Hello, everyone. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 25 of the May Contain Action podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by my two beautiful, lovely co-hosts, Trevor May and Pete.
Jeez, every time. Pete. every episode, I'm going to lose one letter from my name. That's how it's going to go.
Pet. P-E-T.
Pets. Welcome to episode 25. Guys, we got a heck of a flick here to talk about today. But before we do that, how are you guys doing? Trevor, how you doing this week? What's going on with you? The announcement, right, baby?
Yeah. Yes, announcement got done. We were very proud of our caption. So
it was very clever.
So
Yours
we told everyone about the baby, and then
Yes.
And then yesterday I went to a Mariners game and posted my gold card, and that got way more likes. So that's a little sad. But it's all good. That's not what it's all about. And also, I want to formally apologize to all the listeners at home that there was no pod last week. We are doing the episode. Marmalade decided to sneak out of the house like 15 minutes before he was supposed to record, and I couldn't find him. And I just was losing my goddamn mind because Kate wasn't here. And I was like, did I just lose my cat again? And he just came back. He came back like 45 minutes later, but I was like, dude, where'd this guy go? But I think he made a friend. Oh my God, that's the biggest spider I've ever seen. I just got spider just ran across my desk, and I almost had a heart attack.
Oh, and I'm looking for spiders in my desk.
Whoa.
I'm looking.
Now I'm a little worried.
I'm looking.
Whoa. Just scampered. It wasn't actually that close to me.
Oh,
It was just
no,
kind of
don't
out of
say
the corner of
that.
the eye, but whoa. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Scamper requires a certain size. I don't want to think about that. Don't say scamper.
That was a scamper boy.
Nope.
Yeah, we've had a lot of spiders around here. It's almost summer. But yeah, Marmalade's back. He's curled up behind me right now on camera even. You can see there's proof he is here. So
Good.
Well, that's good. But yeah, other than that, man, everything else is
Good.
just kind of cooking. Just
Glad you recovered him.
Made some videos, had some fun.
Good. Yeah, you said he came back with a buddy. He was like, Dad, what? Well, I was out with a friend. Sorry, I didn't call.
So there is a cat that lives behind us named Ivor.
Ivor.
Ivor comes over constantly. Like the boneless. What'd you say?
No, like ivermectin, the medication.
Like ivermectin.
I couldn't resist.
Yes. Felt the same.
His best friend's called the Jab. That's his.
Oh my God,
that's his best friend.
Bro, if those neighbors are last names on the Mectins, I mean, you got to hand it to them. That's pretty good.
I would give him some love for that for sure, Mr. Mectin. But he does hang out with Ivor a lot. And I think he literally goes over to his house. I think that's what happens.
Weird.
Like they just go like into the backyard, just cat around.
Do you think Ivor's anti-vax too? Or
probably.
Yeah, probably.
He's got that energy. If you met him, you'd be like, oh, you'll probably meet him when you come visit.
I'm pumped. That's what's going on in my life.
Every 5 minutes. So
one of the neighborhood cats dies, and Ivor's first thing is, so did he get vaccinated?
Exactly.
That's his first question to his homie.
God, what's happening? And he just posts, and he's like, I have a theory, and they're like, shut up.
We know.
Yes, we know.
Question mark.
He's like, it's safe and effective. Yeah. That was gonna lead. Oh yeah, that was gonna lead into what I'm doing. Because I'm gonna be coming down to Seattle here in about a little over a month. So yeah, going down there, and so is Jen. I mean, she posted in my chat, so I figured that's not a secret. We'll be going down there for super secret stuff. I'm excited about that, and then we'll hopefully get to hang out, have a sub, maybe some pancakes.
Yeah.
You know, Pete, maybe come swing by.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Come say hello. Finally,
yeah,
goodness gracious.
I know it's been years.
I've literally gone to Seattle like 3 times, and you haven't gone once.
Well, you East Coasters, you colony time people. That's the best way to put it now. You colony time people. By the way, have you seen the memes that people?
It feels like you're calling me a colonizer.
I know, right? Have you seen the memes that people are doing for time zones? They'll take a map and they'll be like, real time zone, East Coast, and then do the rest of it, and it says mental illness every other time zone, and it's like, why are we doing this? No, I just it's funny how you guys think that like Seattle is like 45 minutes away, like Philly to New York or something like that, right?
Yeah,
like it is a 3.5-4 hour drive.
Yeah, well, that's
no traffic.
I mean, I don't think it's that far. First of all, second of all, I live about 3.5 to 4 hours away from New York. So, but I drive down to the city all the time. No, I don't. I don't drive down to the city all the time. But I don't.
I've done that drive.
I've done it a couple of times. It's not bad. The point is that it's not bad, and you'd think that friendship would overcome 3 hours, but here we are.
No, so I'm gonna make the effort this time.
I believe you.
Hey, don't let him get off either, Paul, because we literally have the longest interstate in the United States goes directly between us too. So it's like
just a straight shot.
I'm not joking.
I-5 goes
straight. I'm just going to
get
on
I-5
straight
north.
I don't turn.
You don't turn.
You don't even have to change lanes for 2 hours.
You have a Tesla. Just hit autopilot and just.
Yep.
Yeah, I did it.
Okay, listen to this podcast. Perfect.
Well,
yeah, that goes. So that was part of what I was going to say is I'm going to be visiting Trevor. Let's doing some work out there. I am traveling every weekend in July, and I'm exhausted at the thought of it. So not super excited about it because I love my house. It was like a meme recently that was like, why? Or no, it was a response video, like a reaction or something. Someone was like, where are all the 30 to 4-year-olds? Where do they hang out? Like, where do the 30 to 4-year-olds hang out?
Houses.
And they're like at home. Because we're paying for them. We're literally paying an ungodly amount of rent and or a mortgage, and I don't want to leave. I just want to stay here all the time. Wherever you are is too loud. I don't want to go.
That same premise. I saw it. Same premise as a kid. Like why is no one? Why is bar culture going away? Like why does no one go out and drink anymore? Why is everyone sober? And is a Stitch? And the guy's like coughing, and he's like, yeah, we're all sober. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Totally. We're being healthy, so we're sober.
Yeah. No, you got it.
Yeah, you got it, kid. Yeah, that's definitely what's happening
in our houses. Yep. That's my realization. Is I got a lot of traveling coming up. Pete PM.
Yes.
Peter, what's going on, brother?
I'm working like overtime.
Goodness gracious, man.
It's great though. I love it. Like I love every second of it. It's absolutely fantastic. But it's just, I mean, I've been going to bed at like 9:30 p.m. and waking up at 5 and starting.
That sounds like kind of nice.
It's great. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is nice, man. It is really nice.
Sounds nice.
Part of me, like every time I'm like, man, I wish I could just sleep until like at least 7, which is crazy to say at my age, but it's. I wake up at 5 and the sun's starting to peak, and I'm like, oh, I can walk to Starbucks right now, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. And then like everything's great for the day, right? So no, I think for me, it's just been programming, making content for Oregon State, doing this, working out, trying to play Fortnite when I can, at least giving my wife a little bit of attention when I can.
Yeah, just give her whatever left over.
Yeah, and cooking. Yeah. I've been doing a ton of cooking.
So literally giving her leftovers. Nice.
Yeah.
More cooking.
I bought a cast iron skillet.
Proud of you.
No, not a skillet. A wok. A wok.
Oh, wok. Cast iron wok.
You had a griddle before, right? Now you have a wok.
So I have a griddle and the wok, and it's
how much does that thing weigh?
Maiden. It's pretty heavy. It's like it's not. Well, I guess it's not really cast iron. It's like a carbon cast iron fusion. Like I still have to season it and do all that stuff.
Yeah, it's like a hammered carbon. Okay.
Yeah, and it's this big old bowl, and so like I like a lot of Asian. So like I've learned I love Asian and Mexican food. Like those are the two genres I will always have regardless. And so I'm right. I'm setting myself up to make those two as often as I can.
Nice. That's good. That's good. You get into cooking is like you're aging into your 30s like fine wine. I mean, you're really, it's nice. Just your sleep schedule. Your
sleep schedule, mortgages, finance couches, all that stuff. Yeah.
My gosh. This is nice. What we're doing is nice. This is nice.
This is great.
Let's do this. Let's just do this. Like going to bed at dusk, which is just the best, dude.
At dusk.
I will tell you, getting into bed and like watching a show or whatever, and that sun is setting, and you're just looking, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fall asleep here soon." That is a good feeling. I don't know why. That is a good feeling.
You want me to remix that experience a little bit? This is no joke. What I did, well, not last night because I went to the Mariners game and I got back late at like 9:45. But
Late.
At like 10. They went in extra innings. The night before that, I was in bed at like 9:15, and the sun was just going down. And I put on my book on my Audible and finished knitting a scarf.
There you go.
Yes. Oh my God! Can I add one more update?
No, you've had enough.
Paul, you're gonna love this though.
All right, go ahead.
Because you know this feeling, maybe not with this store, but you know this feeling.
Okay.
Kate's like, hey, on Saturday, she's like, hey, do you just want to? Are you cool? Let's do a day trip. Let's just get on the ferry because the ferries, they go to all the islands around Seattle. They're all really close. So we went across to a place called Bainbridge Island. It's got a bunch of just touristy spots. And we walked around for a bit. We got some fish and chips. It was great. Ooh. And she's like, do you want to pop into some stores? And then we'll just get back on the ferry and go back across. Because you can like see downtown from Bainbridge. So it's like, it's only like a 20-minute boat ride. And I'm like, sure. So we're walking along. She goes, because I'm in knitting and she's loving it. And she goes, hey, look over there. And I look over. It's a yarn store. And I sprinted. I'm like, and just took off walking, and she just started laughing. I walked in, dude. There's nothing better than walking into a yarn store and being like, look at all the options. It was crazy. Like, I was so excited. I'm like, what is happening?
Do you think the lady behind the counter was mortified to see a 6'4", 230-pound man just bursting into a yarn store?
265 pounds, have some respect. And
sorry, 260.
They were a little bit confused. Yeah. There's a table in the corner where just old women were just knitting.
Yeah. You gave him anxiety the minute you burst in that door.
That's amazing.
And it's like, it's that feeling you get when you're like, you've decided you're going to buy something from Apple and you walk into the Apple store.
Yes. Yeah. You've already made up your mind. Yeah.
So, I bought 3 yarns and some bigger needles for my huge hands. And very nice. I'm gonna knit the young one a wubby. We're gonna get him a little blanket.
That's cute.
Ooh, there you go.
That's my goal.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
That's very cool. You know, that story reminds me of my father-in-law, who is very much into crocheting.
Of course he is.
Like very much.
Of course he is, yes.
Like submitted a crochet pattern to the New York State Fair.
No
That is awesome. That is so awesome.
Yes. Submitted it 1 second. Was very disappointed. But won like first in his category, second overall.
What was it of? What was the pattern?
It was, I can't remember.
Like what was it for? Like what was the object? Do you know?
It was just the style of pattern. Because like there was like a couple of styles of pattern, I guess. And he submitted one that was like very different than everyone else's pattern. I'll have to ask him what it is and get back to you. But
yeah.
But anyway, he's very into knitting. And one day he tells me, he's like, hey, there's a local knitting club in my neighborhood. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm going to go to the local knitting club. He was like, I looked online and it's a bunch of young people. It's so great. And it's like people on his street and like a street over. And just so you know, my father-in-law is very white man, lives in a very black neighborhood in the inner city. And I was like, I can't wait to see what this is going to be like. So he goes and it's just like a bunch of younger people, younger black folk. And they're like all in their yarn or crocheted sweaters and hats and everything. And then he shows up, this 68-year-old man who also loves to crochet. He was like, I just sat there and watched and knitted or crocheted on my own. It was so fun. Like you just sat? He's like, yeah, I loved it. It was perfect. That's how I imagine you, Trevor, with the old ladies.
Well,
as my father-in-law in the inner city.
Yeah. Your father-in-law, though, he is going to eventually strike up a conversation.
100%.
Stop him.
He loves that.
He's a gabber. Yeah. He gabs.
I didn't even know that they had inner city crochet clubs, but here we are.
I want to know more now. He needs to take a picture. I need to see that too.
He's like a member. It's like legit now. Yeah. Anyway,
yeah, I want to see this.
Sorry.
Do they have a live stream?
I digress. No. Oh, maybe. I never thought. I'm gonna look it up. Syracuse. Okay.
New Bob Ross, right there.
Yeah. Really. It's so good. Speaking of white people out of water in a black neighborhood.
Oh, that was great.
We got a movie.
Dynamite.
PM, you want to do the intro for this movie?
Yeah, if I had the thing up, I would do it.
Tell the people what the movie is, please.
What movie we watching?
It is Undercover Brother.
Undercover Brother, baby. Nice. This is a PM pick, obviously.
The name changes every time you say it. It changes.
That's why I keep people on their toes.
Yeah, I like it.
What do you prefer again, Steve?
No, I mean, let's just go with all three options.
You got it, Eric. All right. So this is Undercover Brother. It was released in May 31st, 2002. It's an action comedy. Director is Malcolm D. Lee, who, fun fact, is Spike Lee's brother.
Really?
You didn't know that? Yeah. True story. And they mentioned Spike Lee in the movie, which is kind of like a meta joke because that's his brother. Let's see. Box office. The budget was $25 million. Opening weekend, $12 million. So, not great. Worldwide gross, though, 41.6. So they made their money back. And they made their money back. Yeah. It wasn't like an outstanding ROI. It was pretty good. Awards and nominations. Some BET Comedy Awards was nominated, and Black Reel Awards was nominated as well. Cast and crew: Eddie Griffin as Anton Jackson. And fun fact, I forgot Eddie Griffin existed until this time, until we watched this. I forgot about him completely. I don't know if he's been in much. Chris Kattan as Mr. Feather. Denise Richards. About him. Also forgot about Chris Kattan. Yes. Denise Richards as White She-Devil.
Yeah. We don't forget about Denise Richards.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to butcher this first name, dude. Ayun Janu.
Anjanu. I think it's Anjanu. I think
I crushed it. Ellis as Sister Girl. Dave Chappelle as Conspiracy Brother. And She McBride as the Chief. Did you say it's she? She?
I think it is she. Yeah.
She? Yeah, there you go. Neil Patrick Harris as Lance, obviously, and James Brown as himself. James Brown was in this.
Yeah. So this was a minute.
Yeah, for yes. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's James Brown. And I was like, I don't know if he's still around. And I don't think we never know when people are. Let's see. I'm just going to really quick. James Brown.
Also, by the way, it's not Spike Lee's brother. It's cousin. So let's just get that.
It's his cousin. My bad.
Yeah,
my bad.
Come on now.
So sorry. Don't want to mislead our audience here. I apologize. So Undercover Brother, PM, why'd you pick this one? What were you thinking?
Okay, there's so I love this movie growing up. I actually watched it a lot. My dad loves it, and so it was a movie I watched kind of in high school and right before high school.
Yeah.
And then every time it was on BET or MTV or whatever those channels were, I would always watch it. So I just think this movie is hilarious. I also love, so me and Trevor were talking about this. I also love Austin Powers. And so this is kind of like another version of Austin Powers. And so it's just fun to watch. But the reason why I brought this up, and we'll get into this in a bit, is the fact that we have an award for the opening scene. Okay. And the minute I heard about the award, the first thing I thought about was Undercover Brother driving down in the orange Cadillac with the 7-Up, or no, what is it? The
orange soda, I think.
The Fanta.
Soda.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Fanta. Okay.
In his cup, and he's spinning, and they do the shot where the cup just doesn't move. And then he's spinning, and he just turns, he looks, he just takes a sip, and he just puts it back down and keeps it going. And I'm like, this is a fantastic opening scene. And
you're like, at some point, we need to watch this movie.
Yes.
Needs to be in the rotation.
Literally, that's the reason why.
All right. That's a great reason. It's a good reason. Well, let's do the categories here, because I actually purposely tried to avoid these. So spoiler alert, I watch a lot of these movies on a Plex server I have, and a lot of times the Rotten Tomatoes is up there, so I have to close my eyes while I select the movie, so I don't know what the Rotten Tomatoes is. Yeah, I know. I'm very dedicated.
Did we get to the reviews or no?
Oh yeah, we have reviews.
Reviews.
Yeah. You see the reviews? They're right there. Dude.
Oh hey, hit the reviews first.
Yeah, but PM's got to read the reviews.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Yeah, you got to pull up the Monday, man. Why does Trevor slave over this Monday?
I work very hard on all this.
I gotta go night mode. I can't have it light mode. Okay.
True.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. 5-star review from a photo that looks like a T-Rex with a Celtics hat on. So this is very fitting. By KT. This was in 2021. It said Neil Patrick Harris is the human equivalent of mayonnaise. And true. 38 people like that, and that is very true. Tristan M, who looks like a TikToker with an upside down profile picture. That's very interesting. 3 stars in 2020, sad year, said, is it possible for a movie to be both dated and ahead of its time? Undercover Brother answered to the definite faux shizzle. That feels a little racist. I'm not going to lie at the end there, Tristan. Just a little bit. But yes, it is dated and way ahead of its time. I think if you watch
I'll allow it.
When it came out, it was very dated. But if you watch it now, you're like, that shit was good.
Yeah.
Very, very ahead of its time. 1 star from the white boy, Andy Eggstrom, which is just perfect for this. I'm not sure what I expected. Well, yeah. I mean, duh. Come on.
Yeah. I love that you picked 2 white guys and a velociraptor for the reviews, Trevor.
Hey, can I tell you a secret?
It's Godzilla.
There were no people of color in the reviews, dude.
I have noticed this trend.
I genuinely looked. There wasn't a lot. It's like people were like afraid to review it.
Best I can do is a raptor. I don't know.
I mean, it's a raptor. And he hates Neil Patrick Harris, so
he does. You're like, this guy's probably black. Yeah.
I'm not sure what I expected. Also, I really resonated with that. I was like,
this is true.
What's going to happen right
now? Also, quick
mean,
anecdote about that mayonnaise. Very, very quick. So Tirza didn't know. Tirza watched it with me. She didn't know that mayonnaise, like black people didn't like mayonnaise. And I was like, it's not like one of those things that's like a hard and fast rule. It's just like in general, I think that a lot of black people just don't like mayonnaise. We don't really have it. It's not a lot of stuff. I grew up with a white mother who made me a lot of food of her culture. And so I enjoy mayonnaise. I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me.
Like bologna sandwiches. And
yeah. I like it in my eyes. I put a little hair in my head of my hair. Today, our older friend who is black, he's from the Bronx, and he was like, guys, I found a video of how to make mayonnaise at home. And I saw the ingredients, I saw what's in it, and I think I'm going to give it a try. And I looked at Tirza and I was like, see? Don't like it. It's like, it's just not a thing.
Have you seen the Shannon Sharp gif that is passed around where he like slaps the table and points at the side? I could just imagine you doing that and being like, see? And just like doing that to Tirza.
Yep, exactly. That was me, or I was Leonardo DiCaprio pointing to the TV. Oh, right here.
Told you.
See? Yeah. Black guy doesn't like mayonnaise.
I just put it.
You put it in the
Discord for you guys. Yeah. just to point over. I could just imagine you doing that.
That's good.
Well, this is funny because I was actually in that exact position. Tirza was in that position.
That's
sorry. Okay. That was longer. Okay. What were we doing? What were we talking about?
The reviews. We did the reviews. But now we got to do the ratings. So let's do the guest ratings. I'll just take over.
Okay.
Front seat. Oh, real quick anecdote too, by the way. That whole intro, the whole intro scene is from the 1971 Shaft movie. It's like the same intro. So it was like
it felt familiar
to that with the and then the big gulp is just the time, attachment. Like it's the way they brought it into the present.
Anchor it.
With the big gulp. And that was 22 years ago. Okay, guess the ratings, guys. Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Paul, what do you got on the Rotten Tomatoes, or what do you got on all of them? But start with Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes, Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going to give this one a 82. IMDb is going to be a 7.9, and Letterboxd is going to be. People probably love this movie on Letterboxd. I'm going to give this like a 3.5. It's out of is it out of 5?
5.
It's out of 5 on Letterboxd.
You're right on. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 3.5.
I will go. I'm gonna go 48% Rotten Tomatoes. I'm gonna go 4 out of 10 IMDb, and I'm gonna go 3 out of 5 for Letterboxd.
Very nice. So the actual ratings, and this could be our first movie this way, one of our first. But the critics gave it a 78 and the people gave it a 64. That was surprising. I'm going to be honest. This was not one of those critics is going to be higher than audience horror movies to me. And it was. IMDb is a 5.9.
Wait, what was the combined score for Rotten Tomatoes?
So the combined score would be I'm doing the math. 71.
Oh, okay. All right.
71. Pretty good. Pretty good. IMDb 5.9. I just learned today that IMDb's rating system is like weighted and algorithmic and based on like how often the people have made, like how old their account is, and also like how many reviews they put, and it gets weighted higher.
Really?
Yeah. So they have a whole thing. So you can't like rating bomb things because it's like an official. It's like the International Movie Database is what IMDb stands for. So like it's like an organization. I didn't know that. I thought it was just an app.
Same.
It's a real thing. It's actually like an official like resource for movies. And then Letterboxd was 3.1, which is pretty good. Honestly,
yeah. That's pretty good.
I thought it was pretty good. Of course, there's the people who are like, it's not Austin Powers 1, but 3.1 was pretty good. So, but most of the Letterboxd, most people liked it. The reviews, there was like really hard to find anything that was like even mean, which I wanted to find one. I couldn't really find one. So that's good. But like I said before, it's probably because everyone was afraid. So
yeah, that makes sense.
What about Vivian Ward? What about the opening scene? I think we know what PM like. Pete, what's your score though? What are you gonna give it?
I mean, because like the Vivian Award is technically about, does it set up for the rest of the movie?
True.
Right.
True.
Yes.
And I don't think him driving down in a Cadillac, although it is, there is a lot of swag there,
and it's nodding to Shaft.
Yeah, nodding to Shaft, and he's doing something acrobatic without sweating, and he grabs his black fuzzy balls after it to make sure they're still good there. Only if you watch that movie will you get that reference. No, I mean, I would say it's probably like to be honest with you, I think based off the award category, it's probably like a 6 out of 10, but it's still a pretty awesome intro.
Okay.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Paul seems to think something else. Paul, what do you have?
No, I was just surprised more by his answer. I think if we're going for what am I getting myself into, this is as Vivian as it gets. I mean, seriously? I think so. I think this is Vivian. I think this is.
Give it a Vivian.
I give it a Vivian, dude. I mean, the tone. As soon as I hit play, I was like, this is gonna be a goofy ass movie about unrealistic things in a weird current/old time period, and this is the main character. This is his personality. I mean, it was like, this is the movie. Yeah. If you don't like the opening scene, you're not going to like the movie. So that, I don't know, kind of did it for me. I was like, it wasn't that like the beginning scene, the opening scene was so like, oh my gosh, it was like so amazing, so moving, and like it wasn't like Fellowship of the Ring or something like that. It was just, here's what the movie is about. Boom. Vivian.
All right. Okay. I gave it a 5.
I slapped my dad. What?
But I gave it a 5 for one big reason. I think I have a pet peeve. I think just like the narration setup is just, I just don't like it.
You don't like the narration setup?
I think they could have very easily gave us all of that information just by like one interaction right at the beginning. Like anything they could have done. It just wasn't that hard to do. Because there's no name. Everything's just named what it is, right? So like, you know what I mean? There's no like, you don't have to remember names. You don't have to like set up like a past history or whatever. Like they're taking down the man. Like you could have done it by just like having a conversation. I don't know. I was just like, okay, you don't have to tell me everything right now. But then he's spinning around. So at first I was like, oh no, I forgot they did this. And I was like, this is like a 2. And then I was like, okay, that was cool. And also the cuts one that cuts to the cup. And like, not only is he not moving, nothing's moving on the cup. And then it goes back and he's still spinning. And I was like, that's so funny. It looks so bad on purpose. It's really good. So, so I brought it back up. But yeah, there's something about narrations. Maybe I'm just being a wet blanket, but I just.
Gotta be a little stick in the mud, you know what I mean?
Just a little bit. I'm being a little bit of stick in the mud. Maybe I was not in a great, I don't know, headspace when I was watching. That's entirely possible.
I get it.
But I'm sure I'll get more excited as we move into the best scenes because there's some good ones. There are some good ones. Paul, you lead us off. What's your favorite scene?
Okay. I think it's almost any scene with, and I'm going to give away my favorite character here, but it's almost any scene with Conspiracy Brother.
Yes.
It's very hard to pick.
Hello.
What? It's very hard to pick one of those. But no. Okay. It's actually one scene in particular, and it doesn't involve him because it's my stupid slapstick comedy that I freaking love. And it reminded me so much of like a Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison type deal is the golf cart chase.
Yeah.
That golf cart chase had me. I was cracking up, dude. I thought that was the funniest thing. Like everything from like them buckling up. He was like, call it in.
Yes.
Code 37, and they buckle. they drive after him. And like before they hit the pipe or whatever, the dude checks his watch.
Yeah, I love that.
He tells the old lady to slow down, and she puts up the most haggard, bent old middle finger you've ever seen. I loved everything about that scene. That's my favorite scene.
It's pretty good.
It's really good.
Also, every Conspiracy Brother. How many times does Dave Chappelle go, what? Like how he says it?
Yeah.
He says it 10 times.
What? Yeah.
It was like one of my favorite scenes with Conspiracy Brother was just when Undercover Brother comes in and says, good morning. And he goes, good morning. Good. Good is the white man. Like he goes into the word good. And it means this. And then we're just like, oh my God. He just does all that shit.
I'm going to kill you first thing in the morning. That's what you're saying to me.
Which is Goodwill Hunting, which means I killed. And he says that.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, it's outstanding. That is a really good one. Is that your favorite scene, PM?
No, there's so many. There's so many. I think the one of them that I loved the most was the girl on girl fight scene in the shower when like everything's going hectic and then everyone sits down with popcorn and they're like, "Hey, you good? You need anything?" And like they're just like showing the scene. And he goes, yeah, go grab that drink over there, right there. Like it's so good. That one was good. The sandwich scene when they like go to the oh my God, what is the movie where they put the goggles over him and then like make him watch a bunch of things over and over again?
He watches the Caucasian.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He just creeps like that was a good one. The karaoke scene was great. And one of my favorites was
oh my gosh
when he's brainwashed, aka undercover, and they're on like a Brooks Brother, and like sister girl's at the counter, and he sees her and just shoves the white she devil out of the way and goes, "So what's going on back there?" He goes, "I'm undercover."
He was like, "I must have tripped."
Yeah. I think there's just so many good little one-off scenes, like him coming back and selling out because this white woman is like incredibly attractive. It's just great.
When he comes and tells the guys at the Brotherhood that he slept with a white woman, like, oh, well, the nipple's pink. Oh, like
he's like, yeah, I slept with a white woman. Everyone's like, oh, how was it? How did it was so good.
It was very good.
Damn it.
Yeah,
it was. And that Conspiracy Brother, his little one-liners were great the whole time. I like the golf course scene too. But it's funny because yesterday I was just scrolling old Instagram and the old clip from Austin Powers when they're on the bulldozer. And the guy's bulldozer? Like, stop!
Oh, yeah.
Just slowly roll towards, like, they're like, get out of the way! And they just slowly run over. That's what reminded me of. It's that again. He's like, move!
Move!
And then the mayo on the sandwich scene. So he comes off out of the goggles after he freaks out. And he gives him the sandwich. And he's like, I give you the watch with the hot sauce. Mm-hmm. And he like spritzes the hot sauce on it. And then when the hot sauce hit it, I was like, that's either Frank's Red Hot or Tapatio.
It's definitely Frank's.
I'm like, that's not thick enough to be Cholula. So now I sat there for like a minute just thinking like, which hot sauce was that? I wonder. I'm like, why am I thinking this right now?
It's probably just white water with red food coloring or something.
Probably,
wasn't
but
even...
it looked like it looked like the stuff that's at the, it looked like Tapatio big time.
I did love the final scene when he falls out of the exploding helicopter and his 70s pants turn into like a parachute, and he's like falling down, and then like he realizes he's good, and the music changed, and he like touches his fro up, puts a fist up as he's falling down, kind of thing. It's just a great way to end the movie.
Yes.
It's just like he was never scared to begin with, kind of thing.
Oh, that and the when him and Chris Kattan were like trying to get each other to engage the fight.
Yeah.
And they're just like, get over here.
So good.
Get over here.
Yes.
I thought it was pretty good too. Chris Kattan was actually, I think, great in this movie. He's funny.
Oh yeah.
I didn't love Chris Kattan in this movie. I won't lie to you.
You didn't like? Well,
really?
He's just Chris Kattan. So if you don't like Chris Kattan, then
he was Omega level Chris Kattan, and it was like a lot. It was a lot of overacting, in my opinion. But what do I know about acting? Nothing. So,
well, how many movies has Chris Kattan been in? Exactly.
More than me. So,
good point.
Exponentially more than I have. So
far.
Yeah. So far. Yeah, that's right.
Did you guys get the General Fried Chicken song stuck in your head?
No. I don't remember it now.
Fried Chicken, like that kind of song.
No.
Oh my god! When that first came out, that got stuck in my head as a kid. It was ridiculous.
With the General's Fried Chicken song?
Because
the catchphrase.
He had a commercial, and there was like a whole thing with like the catchphrase song, and then like Conspiracy Brother was like going off about it, and they cut the scene, and he just starts singing it, and he's like, "Damn it!" He like turns around, and, like walks away. so it's just so good. So many little good things.
This is actually a pretty catchy song. I'll listen to it right now.
Well, great. Now I'm gonna have to go do it.
One of the singers is just going back and forth with a drumstick, like eating one out of her hand, like back and forth. It's pretty good.
You got Lance dancing too.
Oh,
this movie Neil feels
Patrick
like
Harris too, like the cast, man. I was like, what is Neil Patrick Harris doing? I guess he's a great cast for that.
Affirmative action, man. They needed him.
True. Here. You do need one.
You need one. Yeah, what can I tell you? One. That was another great quote. What can I tell you, man? Affirmative action.
Why is he here? I'm gonna tell you, man.
I did. Well, I mean, I don't want to give too much of my thoughts away without hitting these different sections, but I feel like, in my opinion, the movie was very good. I feel like it dragged during the She-Devil part.
Yeah,
hard.
Definitely.
It hit a wall, and it was like, there's some funny things in here, but I'm like, can we speak? Like, the plot is being lost on this side plot that is not that necessary.
It took a right turn.
Yeah, that felt like a lot. Like, it was a funny bit, and it could have been funny, but they could have sped that process up by like 1 million and cut out so much stuff. But anyway, I digress. That's just kind of how I felt about that.
Then it would have been like 1 hour and 20 minutes. That don't make money, bro. You know what I mean?
It's not gonna make money. No, you're right.
We want people buying 2 popcorns, not just one.
2 popcorns.
2 popcorns. But then again, made $41 million. Didn't even make a half a new Emperor's New Groove. So like,
oh my
mission
gosh,
accomplished, I guess.
Seriously.
Favorite characters. I'm going to start. I think we can all say Conspiracy Brother is one of our favorites. I mean,
100%.
I'm in there, so I'm going to try to go out on a limb here. I was a big fan of Smart Brother too.
Oh, you like Smart Brother? Okay,
Brother, yep.
Big fan. I like him. That actor. I just think he's just a. What else is he in? He's in some Eddie Murphy movies too.
Mm-hmm.
He's funny. He's funny, dude. And also, I'm like, he's the nerd. I like the nerd. And he just was so excited. So yeah, I like Smart Brother.
It was good. I feel like my maybe second favorite character then was White She-Devil. For no reason that's obvious, I liked the character. Just the character.
Yeah, ignore the fact that he just brought up her entire thing was a side quest and didn't need to be in the movie. So just rewind, ignore that.
Nothing to do with anything other than great character. All right, good. No, I mean, I would say Neil Patrick Harris had funny moments. In the beginning, he was not hitting. His first intro, I feel like, was not great. as soon as he did the "What's up," I was like, oh my god, I forgot that this is popular during this time. I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, I watched way too much How I Met Your Mother, so I just couldn't handle him.
Oh, really? That's kind of ruined it for you?
Yeah. I'm like, nope. Neil Patrick Harris is Barney, and that is it. And,
he can only play one role ever again.
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough. Who's your favorite PM?
Conspiracy Brother is probably one of my favorites. I do love Undercover Brother. Like I just think he's great.
Eddie Griffin, yes,
was perfect for that role. I do love the Chief, however.
Oh sure.
McBride is his last name I feel like he plays the same character in every single movie and show.
Yeah, right? Who's him now? Yes. It's Ice Cube.
It's Ice Cube?
Kinda. Yeah.
He could have been the Chief in freaking 21 Jump Street easy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right.
And I will say, you look at every single photo of him, he looks the exact same.
I was like, this man is ageless. Yeah.
He doesn't age.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's just because we watched Gone in 60 Seconds, he
is in Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah. But yeah, he is ageless. Even now.
Is he in Gone in 60 Seconds?
He is. He's the one who remember the beginning.
That's right. Yeah.
Super racist.
Exactly the same. He looks exactly the same.
Yeah. He was.
It's ridiculous.
He was.
Yeah, he looks the same. I mean, this movie came out like a year after Gone in 60 Seconds. So
yeah.
But I'm saying now, look him up now, 2024. He looks exactly
the
same.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary, actually.
Black don't crack. I would tell you.
Yeah.
Say for a reason.
One day.
You know
huh?
What? So one day.
Yeah,
true. I guess one day.
Oh my god, he does look the same. What the?
Isn't that wild?
Isn't it crazy?
The man is barely aged.
I bet he looked like that as a child too.
He shaved and somehow looks younger. It's incredible.
Exactly. It's
Sean McBride.
It's just ridiculous. No, but I think his character is great just because I think just something about that power dynamic of, even though he doesn't really have the power, but people still respect him, I think was hilarious. Right.
Yes.
Like no one, he was not paying anybody, but like everyone still respected him, and then would also tell them to fuck off too. Like I just love that.
He would randomly yell at Undercover Brother for reasons I don't know.
Yeah.
He would just like start yelling at him, and he just took it. I was several times I was like, I feel like Undercover Brother could just leave. Like he doesn't have to do any of this. I don't know why when he's still here.
He's like, we've been working, like you've been working for 5 years, and and he's like, I was like, dude, you haven't done anything for him. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. That was very weird. So I'm not sure if that was a joke I missed or just weird writing, or they cut a scene.
Yeah, let's just assume it's a joke we missed or we can't remember.
That's probably a good idea. That's probably a good idea.
It's usually that. I mean, I have a feeling our list for this is just going to be insanely long.
It's going to be a lot. Yeah. I'm going to try to pick one, personally.
All right.
I'm going to do one.
How about, PM, would you like to end with this? Because I have a feeling you got a lot. You have a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Paul, you start us then. Give us your one.
Okay. So it's really kind of requires the visual context, but I laughed out loud when he was like, when Undercover Brother is meeting the Brotherhood for the first time, and they're talking about all these conspiracy theories, and he's like, so OJ really didn't do it. Everyone's face is like,
well, I don't know about that.
Not touching that one. They just don't say anything. That one I thought was clever, and it was really well done. Again, Conspiracy Brother sold it, but it was really good. Like, yeah.
Mine is also Conspiracy Brother one. I have like one and then a really quick second one. But I cannot remember. So the premise, when he was listing people, I think it was at the same time, and I think he was just saying like everyone's actually like black, and he's like he gets to Madonna, he goes Madonna, and he pauses, he's like sleeps with black men.
Yeah.
That one got me. And then when when Undercover Brother is pitching the product to the white executive, and he goes because black people, and he goes, well, not the one I know. He just says that. under his breath. I'm like, that was a good dynamite drop in. That was great. I can't even remember what he was pitching him, but I just remember catching that.
It was like good too. Cigarettes, I think.
Yeah, it was cigarettes.
Yeah, it was the big doobie. It was like this gigantic.
No, he goes. Yeah. He goes. What black man do you know want to drink, be smoking, get caught smoking these little things? He goes, not the one I know. I was like, that was pretty good. That was good. Clever, solid. That guy had like 2 lines. That was one of them. So congratulations, dude.
Yeah, you made it into Trevor's favorite quotes.
You made it.
He listens to the podcast.
Mine are kind of like we've talked about one, so I'll say it. But it was when Sister Girl was like, he had sex with the white girl. That's what I think Conspiracy Brother just goes, oh, was it everything I ever dreamed of? And she's like, excuse me. And he goes, no, never mind. You can't be doing that shit. And he like walks away. I just love the moment where he breaks. I think it's so great. I love the line of you mess with the fro, you got to go when it gets clipped.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think that's a great one. There's one of the more funny moments is when the chief comes in and slams the desk and he goes, today is a great day for black people of all races. And then it's like awkward for like 30 seconds and everyone looks and he goes, you know what the fuck I mean? And he looks forward. I think that one was great. I think that's great because I legitimately think that was on like riffed. Like I don't think that was scripted like that. I think he messed up and said that and it just worked.
Oh,
like, I feel like that's how that worked.
I hope so. I hope the whole movie.
And then the last one, the last one, and I was saving this because I just wanted to repeat it. Was in the shower scene when he has the binoculars out and he's looking and he goes, "Water's cold. The water is cold." And it's so good, and he's just eating popcorn with the binoculars, and you could like see his big eyes in them. It's just so good.
Oh, that scene is fantastic. That scene brought back that whole side quest tangent, and like I was like, oh yeah, this is funny again. Yeah, I like him as Undercover Brother more than I liked him as the character he was playing.
Oh yeah,
in that moment, yeah,
100%.
Yeah, grab me one of those over there. Grab that. Bring that over here.
Just on the couch.
guy brings over a chair.
Supposed to be fighting. Yeah, I love it. Very Austin Powersy.
This one did. I feel like this movie did come back around for me. I was not. I'll admit. I feel like I was like, I don't know about this movie. I don't know how I feel about it, but it had some very. It was the black version of Austin Powers and like a Happy Madison production type deal, and it hit a lot of right notes. It did really good job.
Yeah, and it didn't do quite as much misogyny, which was nice.
Yes,
I mean, there's still some. We were just talking about how great that scene was.
I love the quote.
Yeah.
When Conspiracy Brother was like, "Did you know the black man made the computer from a peanut? From a fucking peanut?" And he like screams at everyone's like, "What?
From a peanut?" Yeah, George Washington Carver.
Yeah.
From a peanut.
Yeah, that was good. God, now I want to watch Half Baked. Maybe I'll watch that on my own tonight. But we got to talk about, because it's an old movie and it's an old comedy movie, and these things, don't always land great later.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff that aged worse, some of the aged the best. I have a couple, like some of the best was like the physical comedy. I thought for example, when they used the platform shoes to like extendo up and get on like on top of the door to another door that looked exactly the same.
Go over it.
Yes.
Yeah. And like the parachuting in, like, and they're like, we're not trying to make this look cool. It's supposed to be stupid. And I'm like, well, you did it. Like, congratulations.
Yes.
Nailed it. I love that stuff. And I think that they should just do that again. It was very Spy Kids. And then some of the worst stuff, though, some of the special effects were like they were actually trying to do good, didn't land as well. But the number one thing that I noticed was like that's something that's going to have to be explained to any kid that watches this movie from 10 years ago on, is when he pulls one of the mini CDs out of the heel of his platform to like steal the information. I was like, did he just pull out not only like it's not a full it's a mini CD. Those things were used for like a year.
Yeah, they were. I remember those came out. It was a big deal. And I was like,
they had like, you could get them at a McDonald's or your Happy Meal. They had like 2 songs on them.
Yes. Yep.
Britney Spears, 98 Degrees. I remember.
Wow. Damn, you nailed it. That's exactly what
there was one from Mulan.
There's a Mulan one? I didn't get that one. Damn.
Mulan one, yeah. 9 degrees, dude.
Yeah, I feel like I agree. I feel like the special effects where they were trying, like it looked rough, but the ones where they weren't was campy, and it was appropriate. Like I think one of my favorite special effects is when those two guys in the golf cart blow up because they tapped the propane tank, and you can see like their stuffed like body doubles or whatever go flying.
Yeah,
clearly
I love
not them.
Like, yeah, I love that.
It was very good. Like that was good camp. Right before the shoe extending scene, actually. So, I mean, I don't know that anything aged poorly other than the special effects. Really, I mean, the whole thing is just like over the top satire. So it's almost kind of like, I don't know why, but this kind of reminded me of Friday Night Lights, where we talk about the dude in the very beginning when he's like watching his son like hook up with this girl and like make some weird comments or whatever. They're like, ooh, that didn't age well, but like it kind of did because the point is to show that this guy sucks.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's like, that makes me uncomfortable, but that's the point. Like this guy's awful.
Point. Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. It was very well done. All that stuff was well done.
Yeah.
And I think that's why the critics liked it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It felt intentional. There's a lot of intentionality. Yeah, I agree. I think it aged well. What about you, PM? What do you think?
I think it aged appropriately. I don't think it's one of those that like people are going to pick up and start watching again and then be like, oh, like this aged so great or so bad, you know? But I just think it was an SNL movie that's just a slapstick comedy. It's like Happy Gilmore, like we were talking about, or anything that Will Ferrell makes, right? Like I think that is kind of the premise of it, is like no matter what generation you're in, there's still going to be an element of comedy with it.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So 2000s were the golden age of the parody movie anyways, man. We had all kinds of Weird Scary Movie.
And, Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah, just like it was huge, and I think this was one of the better ones, man. Frankly, probably one of the better done ones, I think.
Yeah.
There were some really bad ones.
Yeah, I agree. I'm kind of surprised I didn't see this movie somehow. That slipped past me, but it was a good watch. It was a good watch, PM. This was a good pick.
Yeah. Good job, PM.
For it.
You were very pumped.
You were very excited for it.
Oh yeah,
I thought about being nah, but I was like, he really wants to. So
yeah.
No, because like I just thought of the Vivian, like literally when we first started talking about the opening scene, the first thing I thought about, well, two of them was the Fast and Furious 2 opening scene, and and this one. Like these are the two that I think about the most with opening scenes. I don't know why.
It's a really good one. I mean, at least the spinning scene is hilarious.
Yeah, it's great.
I love that the spinning scene, the GIF you sent us in the group chat of the orange juice is spinning over and over and over again. I did not understand. I hadn't watched the movie yet, and I was like, what am I looking at? And then I saw the intro and I was like, this is amazing. Yeah.
This is awesome. Like I still love, like they pan close to him and it's like everything's calm, right? He's just super chill. And then they pan out. He's just fucking, it's burning. It's flipping. It's fast as shit, right? Like that duality of like everything's calm and then you go outside and he's just losing control of everything.
But he's calm.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I am also a fan of that humor. There's like a scene I remember from Night in the Museum. I don't know why.
What?
But like it's Owen Wilson and who else was the tiny person? Oh, the guy, the English dude. I can't remember the actor's name. But they're tiny and they're like fighting, or they're like riding their little horses and they're like screaming, and then it zooms way out and you can just barely hear them in the distance. And that makes me laugh every single time. So I know exactly what you mean.
That like perspective humor almost.
Yeah, perspective humor where it's like a huge deal in the moment and then it zooms out and it does not matter.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it gets me. It gets me every time.
The music choice was perfect for it.
Oh yeah. The music in this movie is awesome.
The music is
the money
great.
for that.
Yeah.
That's where the budget went.
Yeah. I don't think there's any, maybe there was some original, but it was like, all classic hits.
Just like huge disco songs. Like, all classic. It was solid. Solid choices, classic stuff. Okay, final ratings. Who wants to go first?
I'll go. I'll hop in there. My final rating on this one was I'm going to give this a 7.2, 7.3. it was surprising that I enjoyed it as much as I did. I don't have any previous rating because I'd never seen it before. But yeah, 7.2, 7.3, very solid movie. Would consider watching again if someone hadn't seen it. You know, if like we've all seen it, I'm like, we can watch something else. You know what I mean? But like someone's like, oh, I've never seen it before. I'm like, yeah, let's watch it together. I can't wait to see your reaction to these
it's
wacky things that happen. So yeah, a good movie. 7.2.
7.2. Nice.
That's a good point. It's really rewatchable. Like
yes.
If it's just on, I would watch it.
Yeah. If it was on, I'd leave it on. You know, while I'm doing my coding. You know, I don't code. I don't code.
Okay, we're gonna get you.
It's a great TNT movie.
Yeah. It really. I mean, no, it's actually below that. It's like MTV, but still, same thing.
Like if it was 40 minutes in, you'd be like, I'll just watch the last hour.
No, exactly. Like you just turn like you tune in before like the NBA playoffs on TNT type of thing. And you're like, oh yeah, I'll watch this for 30 minutes kind of thing. No, I'm gonna go like 7.5 out of 10. I don't think the actual movie is great. Like I don't think the plot is great. There's a lot of holes. You know how it's gonna end.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty straightforward. But I do think the very slapstick one-off line ridiculous scenes make up for it. 7.5, I think.
Solid rating.
I'm gonna go with a 6.7, but it is rewatchable. I'll rewatch it. And it's just because of that narration at the beginning.
That really killed it for you.
I'm gonna be mad about this the whole time. But no, it's good. It's definitely a rewatchable movie. It's definitely like a watch it with somebody who's never seen it type of movie. Where you're like, before you're like, just so you know, I know it's not a great movie, and it's just got funny jokes, and you just gotta like you say all these like prefaces. You have to preface.
Yeah, the classic preface movie. Yeah.
But those are great. It's a great Tuesday evening movie, like PM mentioned earlier. Big fan. And so yeah, pretty good. Undercover Brother, pretty good choice. Good job, Pete. We liked it. Good job. I need some input from you guys though before we end. Okay. And actually everyone at home, if you could get in the Discord and let me know. I just got a projector to do an outdoor movie.
Okay.
And I need to think of what, like, we're going to have friends over and we need something that we can watch outside with like pretty good volume. Scarface. I was thinking like all of the Saws back to back to back.
All of the Saws.
Yeah, we'll watch Saw 1 through 12. For a whole day. So I need a movie. I need a movie to do our first screening. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. But
I'm thinking about it.
Kate's like, let's watch a Miyazaki like animated film. I'm like, we can do that.
Is that like Spirited Away, like that kind of
like Spirited Away? Yeah, okay, like Spirited Away or one of the other ones.
That could be cool for like the second showing. I feel like
Yeah,
I want to do
something like funny or I don't know, like or just like it's like I don't know. We'll probably end up doing a Disney movie. We're just gonna watch Frozen for the 5,000th time.
Come on.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Exactly. This is why I need help. I don't know. But I do have next week's movie.
Oh yeah?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
You know that.
I do.
You know.
We talked about it.
But they don't know. Next week. Or the week after that, depending on if Marmalade runs away. We're gonna watch Major League. So
baseball
Major League,
movie.
Charlie Sheen.
You avoided it this long.
Bunch of other people.
It's true.
Yeah, it's I gotta be honest. I gotta watch it for other things too. So I would love to get the full rundown. And it's a great movie. It's probably one of my favorite baseball movies.
No, we need to get a basketball movie after that.
Probably.
Oh sure.
Yeah, we need one.
Are there any funny ones though?
There's Joanna Man, but I don't know how well that's aged.
Like my Hustle, actually.
Yeah.
Good. I just saw that one pop up.
Hustle's good.
Hustle's not funny though, is it? Is Hustle funny?
No, it's
Space
not funny,
Jam.
It's really good. Semi-pro.
Space Jam.
What am I thinking? Semi-pro.
Oh yeah,
semi-pro.
that's funny.
Duh.
Jive
One of the
turkey.
greatest scenes ever when he passes it out and then passes it back in and passes it back out and passes it back into the post.
You've watched
I'll play Rover. I'm going to play in here like Rover.
Yeah.
No, that's not a position, Jackie.
We watched any Will Ferrell movies this whole time. Incredible.
We haven't.
I would do semi-pro after this one. Yeah, I would do that.
Well, let's focus on Major League. All right, don't get ahead of yourself.
Major League. It is the same age as me, so I'm sure this will go great.
Yikes!
Can't wait to give you guys all the inside knowledge.
Oh yeah, because you used to play baseball
and what's not.
That's right. I forgot.
You're welcome. So, that's next week.
Do you want to go ahead and be our middle relief closer and close us out? Damn it, it's terrible.
Coming in the middle relief closer, because that's a thing. Terrible. You need to watch Major League so you can learn. Sure, I'll take us out. Hey, you guys, thank you so much for being here on the show. We do appreciate it, and we love that you're listening, and we love it when you leave 5-star reviews, though not enough of you are doing it. So, okay.
You should have one of those things that comes up like, this many people are subscribed, this many people watch.
Shannon Sharp gif, real quick.
Come on. Yeah.
Rate us 5 stars. And and then we'll see you next time on the show. We join the Discord. Let us know what you think. I need to know what to play on the movie theater screen. And we all love movies here. And we do intend, right, guys? We do intend to do a watch party at some point during the summer.
Yes. That is fully on a radar.
I mean,
summers
are going to be here on a Thursday. All I'm saying. Maybe we could do a watch party outside. I don't know.
That'd be sick.
Yes.
Don't even tease that without.
So,
come on, let's talk to Kate first. All right.
Kate's not going to be here, so
she's not.
The shackles are off. I can do whatever I want. Yeah, she's not going to be here, so we'll do it. But we'll discuss that in our own time because we're still doing the podcast. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time on the Make It Take Action podcast. Be easy and watch movies. Bye.